The way Joseph Boyka speaks, the way he acts, he is one of the 9 ungrateful lepers. The fact is, you could have emailed you, but he did not. He did not. He said this old man. But what the old man is returning is ungratefulness. Call this president boy. You call the whole Liberian president boy, then you old man, you told him battery around here. But I cannot look at a battery man and he let you. Because any minute you could collapse. But you always say you want to be president, and we know the record. You're on the time bomb, on the borderline.
Just sitting and laughing and reading the comment section. John Balu said the reason why he's in this is to save the state. Save Liberia. But Senator Balu was senator when in his country 5 wonderful Liberians gruesomely murdered. Their bodies were mutilated. He didn't say anything. A colleague who was then a senator whose name is enshrined in the TRC report, whose testimony you can find everywhere, that allegedly Kara is massacred on the Kavala River, became a senator from in jail. He came from jail. That case died in Maryland. Senator Balu was senator. Senator Balu was senator when King Juba was killed. Senator Balu was senator when the Fula man was beheaded in River G. Senator Balu was senator when the 17 young men were killed between Lower Majidi and Grand Bassa County. Senator Balu was senator when one of the people who funding all of this effort was giving Intergenetic Hospital money and squash car to lobby for him to move on traveling ban and access free. But today, he said he wants to save the country. Senator Balu was senator when Bridgeway from London came to do prospect. Senator Balu then got vehicle and money.
Balu la Brian, the senator.
Senator Balu then got vehicle and money.
Balu la Brian, the senator.
If we started saving Liberia then, sometimes when people sit on a particular platform, and this is the reason why the argument is going to get into this future, because it's some...
I don't think I can prove it. It's like, I think...
Everything.
Yeah.
You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. You can't put me in any situation that I can handle. Don't do it to me. If you talk to somebody and they tell you, say, oh, because I'm more Ali, don't do it. Don't put me in any situation I can handle. Yeah.
More and more evidence, more and more pieces of evidence keep popping out from the $10 million situation involving Mr. Costa Henry Pedro and Honorable Joseph Human Sabwaka. What is it? Who's saying the truth? We suspend that conversation for the second segment on today's edition. But on today's edition of the first segment, we're going to be playing host to a team of officials from the CDC Primaries Committee on this platform. They're going to tell us more about the recent project. Mr. Hassan Newland, Honorable Robert Samin, Jimmy Tobe will be our guest on the first segment right here on 87.9. Today, they're going to tell us more about how they were able to conduct the primaries across Montserrado and other parts of Liberia. Was the process free, fair? Was it transparent? Were the actual inhabitants of the different districts, the different counties made to make their decision? Did the National Executive Committee intervene in changing any of the results? Were all of the participants satisfied? How credible was the process? Did they take any instruction from above? Those are the issues we'll be talking about right here on 87.9. My name is Kine. I'm here with Princess Alexa Banja Colley. We take a few bars of our team song. When we come back, we rumble into the rest of the issue here on 87.9. The second segment, like I said, we'll play host to Mr. Eugene Jobo. Eugene Jobo happens to be a deputy there at the CDA, the Cooperative Development Agency. And he will be able to tell us more about what the Liberian people who are involved with agriculture are going through across the country. Eugene Jobo will sit here somewhere around 5:15 on the program. Until then, we take a few bars of our theme song. To be right back.
There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. But they can't take your law in. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. I'm a part to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Sam Saya.
Okay, so welcome back to the program. Freedom Radio Liberia is the radio station. Freedom Hub is the program. Melissa, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Oliver, and I would like to say good day to all of you. However, where you're joining us, I would like to say welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. It is actually great being back here on the radio, and guess what? The streets are actually slippery. I mean this in a good way, and I hope you guys are actually being careful out there. Oliver, I don't mean any other way.
Is that the only way you can describe the streets?
Yeah, right now, yeah. It is wet and slippery. I mean it as natural as I'm saying. I don't mean any other way. But we'd like to say welcome. However way joining us, would like to say welcome. Forget about whatever interpretation Oliver has, but take your time out there and just keep listening to Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM.
Okay, so the rain fell today, water on the road. Be careful when you're driving. That is the way I would say it. I wouldn't say it the way Alexa is doing. But we have with us in studio Honorable Robert Sami. Robert Sami is being accompanied by Mr. Jimin Tobe. The both of them are here to talk more about the recent primaries that the CDC held across the country. So, gentlemen, it is our honor to welcome you to Freedom Radio Liberia, specifically on Freedom Hub. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Oliver, and good afternoon, Madam Colley, and also
Colley.
Yes, and to our listening audience, let me say good afternoon to all the peace-loving people of Liberia. And it's a pleasure again to come here for the second time, and this time around in my capacity as the chair of Region 4 of the Primary Committee and the Dispute Resolution Chair.
Okay.
Of the committee.
Dispute Resolution Chair.
Yeah.
Now we go over to you, Mr. Tobe.
Oh, thank you, KOK, and thank you, Eliza. This my debut appearance before the both of you guys. Even though we have some interaction, whom and other kind, I think so serious today in the studio, but we get there. So again, it's a pleasure and thank you also for the invite. We say thank you to the Freedom FM family. And you guys are doing well. I say in the studio, let me say kudos to the management as well.
Kudos to Mr. Samson. It is his personal money, no money from anywhere. It's his personal business money, getting broke to keep this radio station on and running. Now we move over to Mr. Sammy. You're the head of the Region 4.
Yeah.
What are the places in Region 4? Which counties?
Yes, basically Region 4 comprises of Bond County, Grand Bassa County, and Riverside County.
Okay.
Those are the three regions that we were responsible to supervise, to conduct the primaries. And of course, we were very successful, and we did that with ease, peace, transparency, fairness, and credible elections were done in those particular counties.
Okay.
Yeah.
Credible elections. Let's begin with Grand Bassa County. All of the districts, were there contenders in the different processes? You want to drill us through Grand Bassa?
Oh yes, Grand Bassa as it is, Region 4 was divided into two subgroups, and we had Team B going to Grand Bassa. I headed Team A. I went to Bukate. But I understand, no, he's not from the region.
Okay.
He's from different region. But I understand, I got a report. One district was fiercely contested, District 5.
Okay.
We have 3 persons contesting District 5. The other districts, of course, some of the districts were, especially District 1, 2, 3, in the senatorial, were on white ballots, but still we had a convention, we had primary, for people to endorse or to consent their candidature.
Okay.
Yes.
So
District 5 was really where we had serious competition. We had 3 astute members of the coalition contesting the seat.
So were they all from the Congress for Democratic Change, or
no? We had, in fact, the guy who won is from LPDP.
Okay.
Ben DS Benin won. He's from LPDP. Of course, it was competed. PLP men contested. Mr. Daniel Harris Gayu contested, but he didn't win. Of course, Zile also contested, but he didn't win. Those are the 3 persons that contested in District 5. But Ben won the election democratically. But it was actually computed for, and it was peaceful though. And yes, that was in District 5 in Grand Bassa County. For Riverside County, we didn't really we have 2 women being the party that is championing women political participation. And of course, in Riverside, we got 2 astute women that contested, Madam Ruth and of course, Madam Rosetta. Resonant were the one that contested District 1 and 2. They contested and they won. And of course, Honorable Bate Howard is contesting as senator on the party's ticket.
Okay.
So yes, so those areas for that place.
You didn't mention Grand Bassa County in terms of the senatorial.
Oh, senator, of course. The Honorable former Superintendent Janja Bagbe is the one contesting as senator. And of course, Janja Bagbe, as you know, very energetic young man, very committed young man. The Bassa people want him to contest. The Bassa people want him to represent them at the level of the Senate. So yes, Janja Bagbe is the one contesting in for senatorial seat. District 4, we didn't put candidate. There was nobody to contest against Honorable Fancy Wede. So CDC does not really have a candidate, for the candidate in District 4.
Okay.
Because
why?
Well, you can't. It's
no. Is he a member of any of the constituent political parties?
No. What I'm saying, we didn't have people contested in that district.
Is it because you told them not to contest?
No, I mean everybody. If you saw even sitting lawmakers were contested against, and some of them were defeated.
Okay.
So we never stopped anybody. CDC, some of us who just came in did not know this is how the party is democratic.
Okay.
They allow everybody to participate.
There are people listening to you from Grand Bassa County. Are you being honest about this, situation that District 4, nobody had the intention, to contest, or
I can say that
mandate?
I can say that from the position of vantage, you know, yes, because I'm the one responsible to resolve dispute or to look into dispute.
Okay.
So if anybody was or well disenfranchised, I'm sure that information will have come to me. But as we speak on the record officially, nobody complained of being disenfranchised. So nobody was muzzled out.
Okay.
Everybody, it's like if you have done well. Dancing Willie is a young, energetic man, an energetic young man who has done a lot of good work.
Okay.
So he will not have many contestants against him.
Okay.
Yes. So I think that is why people decided to run away from him.
Okay, so you spoke about the process, process being
Let me
credible.
speak about Bonkante, then we can come back.
No.
We
want to take our time.
We're gonna
Okay.
do this bit by
Go
bit.
ahead.
You were even
Right.
fast to have gone to River Cess.
Oh, okay.
We should have
We're starting
done
with
with
Basa.
Best Basa
And
first.
Toby will come in very,
Yeah,
very
Tibo
shortly.
also went to different region.
Thank you. So
Right.
we'll go to Toby. Let's look at Grand Bassa County. You talk about District 5 where there were 3 contenders. Now they came from 3 different political parties within the coalition. How many delegates you allowed to vote in the process?
Well, in keeping with the guidelines,
Okay.
we had a strict guidelines. The guidelines said that each political party, the 9 constituent political parties, were responsible to bring 50 delegates,
50.
ordinary citizens, ordinary partisans, to decide who they want to represent them. So, of course, that means that 50 times 5, we got about 450 delegates in each electoral district to vote.
So you have 450 delegates in
Yes.
District 5
Yes.
and the rest of the other districts.
Yes.
What was the rationale behind this? Because not all of the constituent political parties had individuals who were interested in running for some of the positions.
So the rationale is that you want everybody to feel a part of the process.
Okay.
In as much as they didn't have candidates in the process, but they will vote at the end of the day.
Okay.
So it was better that they participate and choose who they think was represented when elected.
So out of the 9, 3 political parties had their interest in the process.
Yes.
In District 5 for the representative slot. Now, you had 6 extra political parties out of a direct representative as you know, candidate in the primaries. That is about 5 times 6. 5 times 6 will be 30. That's about 300 delegates. This is where bulk of the folks will question the credibility of the process you're conducting.
No.
How? People think the rest of the other constituent political partisans are being selected by you guys in the primary committee to favor a particular person. How did you reach
so
to the
this
point?
is why if the process, the guidelines were clear and they were given out to all of the participants, especially the candidates, all constituent party were to bring the listing of their delegates to the committee that conducting the primary.
Okay.
The listings were submitted, and when the person come, you look at them and allow them in. How will I come from Morovia and go to Bon County or Bassa and be able to elect people or select people to go into primaries? It's not possible. And this is why there was a guideline, there's a rule that said if you are from a particular country, you will not go there.
Okay.
So that you could not influence the voting process. Because if you are from, for example, I'm from Lofa County, if I were to be sent to Lofa County, I already know people. I would have chosen maybe if I wanted to be by, which I know I couldn't do. If somebody wanted to be by, if you are from a country like you're from Maryland, and you could sit there and select people in Maryland without even going there, or if when you go there, you could select people to be the delegates. But in this case, if you are from Maryland, you could not go to Maryland. You could either go to Grand Bassa County or go to Lofa County.
Okay.
Just so that we guard against cheating. Because we want the process to be transparent. We want the process to be fair. We want the process to be inclusive. We wanted people to know that in DCDC, the Congress for Democratic Change, that has non-constituent political parties, of course, you will agree with the biggest coalition ever in the history.
I mean, why would you want me to agree with you?
Because, I mean, there's the fight. I said you can't tell me you can't agree with fight. It's the fight.
Okay.
There has been no coalition equal or bigger. No, that's even equal to this.
Okay.
All of the people who try to have coalition crumble.
So
this shows the astuteness of the leaders especially the president.
So individual political parties submitted their names.
Of course.
Were you able to independently verify as to whether the names that were submitted are actually partisans of those political parties?
Well, of course, we're not expecting, that is question that you yourself, you will know. You're not expecting, there were no identification, but the leaders of those parties know their partisans.
Okay.
So we expect the leaders.
So you left it at the discretion of
the leader, the
leaders.
parties, they got constituent parties members,
Okay.
who also have our own moral obligation not to deceive themselves, not to deceive anyone. So we left it to them to select their members and submit the names in. So what we were there to do as committee members or supervisors of the committee of the primary was to make sure that you bring your 50 names, and those 50 names are in accordance to the physical human being to be admitted to the process, and they will get in tech. That's what we could do.
Okay. Now, before we would leave Bassa, I'm sure Alexa will have some other follow-up questions to ask. You are the committee. When you were receiving the list of interested persons to participate in your primaries, did you take into consideration the records of those you were admitting to your system? For example, there are people with criminal records. There are some folks who, who got academic, records not too good. Some of them were indicted for academic crimes. Did you do thorough investigation before qualifying people to participate in your party's primary? Because whoever becomes the victor in any district or county will automatically bear the standard of your political party. Did you, as an institution charged with the responsibility of vetting people to participate, did you do that?
Of course, we had a vetting committee.
Okay.
And there were guidelines on which people were qualified.
You want to tell us some?
So, for example, the president issued an executive order and said that if you are a sitting government officials who is signing and approving a voucher, you needed to resign at a particular time.
Okay.
Right? So those people who didn't adhere to that, of course, in the case of Bond County, were disqualified.
Okay.
Yet they are registered and thinking that we were not going to be thorough. So yes, we were thorough as much as we can. We are human too. If anybody slipped through, I'm sure the filters are stated, we can filter. If anybody is in violation of the guidelines, it will be caught.
Okay.
But I'm sure we did the best, and all those who were vetted and elected, they are qualified and they will be certificated on Friday. So that's the next level of the primary activities.
Okay, let's go over to you. Which of the teams you presided over?
Thank you, KOK. And let me do justice to the public. Okay, KOK. My name is Jimmy Aratobe, and I'm the National Youth Secretary General for NPP, and I'm the Secretary General for the Coalition Primary Committee, Region 6.
Okay.
And Region 6 covers Grand Cape, man.
So basically, you have MOVE
Yes.
and the NPP
Yes.
institute. So no Congress for Democratic Change,
Yes.
no National Patriotic Party, no United People's Party, no, what is Dr. Cassell's party?
PLP.
PLP. So
Yeah.
no PLP.
People Liberation Party.
Okay, yeah.
But what happened? You will see some of the guys, they are all of the radio station disseminating the information.
Okay.
So what we want to say is that we cover Region 6, and Region 6 is covered about Bapolu, Kidman, and Bomi County.
Okay.
So in recent time, a few weeks ago, you heard that the Coalition for Democratic Change make a pronouncement that they were going to be conducting its primary across the country.
Okay.
Okay, now, just like the chairman said, the Coalition for Democratic Change is made out of a non-political party. And that shows the democratic tendency of the Coalition for Democratic Change. Because we would say you are talking about fairness, free, fair, transparent election. If the Coalition for Democratic Change don't want it to be transparent, don't want it to be free and fair, they are not going to come out to make an announcement to say, we are going to conduct primary in the various counties, giving our citizens, our partisans the opportunity.
People think you're just doing it to show.
So listen.
As a charade, when you already know who you're going to be selecting.
For the fact that you listen to the chairman and he said that, for the fact that you saw that we went into the trenches, we went into the various districts, into the various counties, giving the partisan the opportunity to select their leader. We could sit in our comfort zone like other political parties are doing. They would just sit and select anybody and impose them on the citizens of the district. That's the reason why you see come October 10, most of our candidates that won the primary will automatically win the election come 2010. Because it's the citizens of the district, the people of the county that went through an election. Now, KOK, let me just say this, like for the issue of Bapolu,
Mhm.
okay, Bapolu had a very tense election, and one of the good things about it is that, look, I was in a convivial mode, okay, to see the citizens of Bapolu, especially District 1, District 2, District 3, the partisan coming up under the rain, under the sun, to select their leader. Because the reason why we said you should select your leader, because these are people that you know.
Are there equivalent lawmakers in Bapolu?
Yeah, they are equivalent lawmakers in Bapolu.
Okay.
You know that they are equivalent lawmakers
I'm
in
talking about
Bapolu.
from the CDC angle.
Me to win the primary?
No, I'm talking about currently in the legislature. Are there members of the Bapolu Legislative Caucus who are with the CDC?
Yeah, they are currently, the senatorial, the Africa who won the senatorial seat in Bapolu, he was a representative.
Okay.
So, yes, he was part of the House of Legislators. So what we're saying is that the coalition,
And I'm talking about Kanye Wessel as well.
Yeah. Tom Tawe and Kanye Wessel, you have former representative as well, and the people elected him back in the district. So he will be going on the coalition ticket. So what we're saying is that CDC being a democratic institution, we show to the world, to the public, like, look, we don't make decisions for our people. The people make the decision for themselves. Okay, the people make the decision for themselves. So when it comes to it's not an easy thing, right, to have a coalition of non-political parties, and to have people making decisions in a district, over 450 delegates, non-political party come together to select an individual. So it shows you that the people in that district, they are waiting to put all their support behind that particular candidate.
Okay.
So now the issue about being free, fair, and transparent, I can tell you, okay, I can for the fact that you saw that each candidate that were contesting in the race had 3 observers. We have international observers, we had the people from ICC, we had USAID, we had the press. So the records are there. Even if you follow the activity was shared on social media, on radio stations, from one stage to another. Okay. So the partisan came up, made that decision, selected their leaders, and today you will see that tomorrow will be certificating them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got 3 districts in Bapolu. District 1, who became?
So District 1 we have Zina Nomo.
Okay.
So Zina Nomo defeated Fatou Sherry.
Okay.
We have one female, which was a very tense, primary election. We saw that the marching, it was close, and people came out and started to vote. So we went to District 2. District 2 had Tom West and Tom Tower. Okay, we have Tom Tower. In District 3 we have Kanu Wessel.
Okay.
No, District 2 we have Kanu Wessel, and District 3 we have Tom Tower.
Okay.
And we have Africa who won at the same
Were
time.
all of the districts heavily contested?
Yes,
Or
yes.
you have web ballot?
No, like 2 districts we have web ballot in Bomi. But then what happened is that because it's a web ballot, so we had the ceremony. We didn't just say because of web ballot. We say no. We went to the district. We have the candidate. We have the citizen of that district.
So you allow the chairpersons of the different parties to vote in the web ballot situation.
Yes. So they brought all their delegates, and once it's a web ballot, automatically, they will cast. We went through the ceremony, the process, and what have you. So it was very organized. Our partisans were very peaceful. The process was peaceful, even though it's an election. Some of the places you will have dissatisfaction, you will have some tension. But at the end of the day,
we'll go to Mr. Sami on the issue of the aftermath.
So
let's go to Bomi County.
So for Bomi County, you saw in Bomi County we had District 2, we had District 1, District 1 we had Haja Sayam.
Okay. She's a current lawmaker.
Yeah, she's a current lawmaker that joined the coalition with Democratic Change. And District 3, she won on white ballot.
Okay.
Went to
who was in District 3?
No, District 3, it was a white ballot candidate. So she was the only candidate that registered for that particular district.
I mean, she's the lawmaker you're talking about.
Yes.
Haja Sayam. What about District 2?
So District 2, we have Vani Kamara.
Okay.
Vani Marshall, Vani. So we have in District 2, and then we have Finland. We have Finna in District 1, which is Tottenham Bird.
Finna Lasana. Okay, the current
Finna G Lasana.
The current lawmaker.
Okay. So that's what the three candidates we have.
Who did you project? Not project. Who came out of the process as the senatorial candidate?
So like you said, like what we said, it's good that we go by the basis before we go deep into this conversation. It is good that we address the public with the even now. Before we even go to the primary, like we said, we are one political institution, non-political party.
Good.
Come together on one umbrella. So we have opportunity. The first thing we have a consensus. If the consensus cannot hold in a particular district, in a particular county, and that's where you see the primary came in. Okay, primary will start coming in if the consensus cannot hold.
Okay.
So as we speak of Bomi County, like like you will see some of the districts in the federal county, you saw some candidate going on web ballot. That shows that for that particular district, all the non-political party came together and there was only one candidate.
Okay.
One candidate, so automatically that candidate went on web ballot.
Mhm.
So for the issue of the senatorial seat, like we said, there are consensus going on for Bomi County. That's the reason
Consensus
why-
still going on?
Yeah, no, listen to me now. There are consultation there because we have non-political parties.
Mhm.
So we decided for the non-political party to come together, and put out one candidate. So as we speak, there are consensus, there are discussion going on as to who would be the
For
senatorial
consensus
candidate.
to be built, and this is where I'm going to come in, and I'm sure Alexa will follow up on it. For consensus to be built, it means there may be more than one interest groups.
Exactly.
Now, my take is, why are you building consensus in the case of Bomi when other places you subjected them to primary? Why
So-
don't you suggest those who are into the process, into this consensus process? Why don't you already, subject them to the primary process so the people make the determination?
So like we said,
Mhm.
the issue of bombing, that's what we said. The issue of bombing, there are discussions going on because we are looking at the consensus basis. And the reason why that very soon you'll see that we'll be going back to bombing and the coalition will be announcing a candidate for bombing.
Let's go back to Mr. Sami.
Yeah, let me speak.
When you were arranging this, the whole primary thing, did you assign timeline to when the primary process will be done and dusted across the country? Did you do that?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
We did.
What is the deadline?
The deadline should be Friday.
Should be Friday.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And up to
So-
now, you're still struggling on.
No, we're not struggling.
Okay.
You see, we said there are guidelines and there are principles upon which we operate.
Good.
We are operating. For example, we said a consensus candidate can become when they are in good standing
Good
with
standing.
their party.
Okay.
So I don't know much of what has happened in Bombing County,
Mhm.
but I'm sure problem of good standing may likely be a contributing factor. So if you register as a member from a constituent party,
Mhm.
and then the issue of good standing is raised,
Mhm.
so then you have to be halted and consultation be done. So I'm sure between now and tomorrow or before tomorrow, that conclusion will be made.
What was the definition of good standing when you're talking about
Well,
good,
the
good
good
standing?
standing,
Uh-huh.
it has many meanings,
Uh-huh.
but the party
We're
will
asking for
decide.
your political party meaning.
My political party,
Yeah.
move
No,
political
no,
party.
I mean,
meaning.
no,
The coalition.
No, I can't
Because
speak
this is
for
like-
all of the parties in the coalition. Before you are a member
Uh-huh.
of the coalition, you must be a member of one of the constituent parties.
Okay, so I got it.
my good standing may not be the good standing of the NPP.
So the situation involving Bowman County, the individual in question, is he a member of which of the constituent political parties?
I think he's from the Congress.
The Congress for Democratic Change.
Yes, Congress.
Yeah.
So no congressman. Yes. So we don't know the definition of Congress. Good
So
standing.
yeah, so like the chairman said.
But no, I'm gonna take a back at that.
You are together as a coalition.
You are the one.
Right.
You were designated to preside over the affairs of that zone.
Mhm.
Now, so all of the folks participating in a particular zone, you should be knowledgeable of all of the information.
Kind of like the chairman said.
No, that's
I was in region 6. That's my region. Let me
I'm
speak
coming.
to that.
That's why you are a coalition.
Yes, let me speak to that. Like the chairman correctly said. You
Mhm.
see, like
What is the issue of good standing with the person?
The primary committee.
I said maybe.
The primary.
I don't know
he
what
said
the issue. I said
maybe. So
maybe
he will
that may
not
be
be
the
here
issue.
to tell you.
So
that.
he was not there. You were there.
Yes, yes. So
you tell us
what we say.
what was the
What we're
situation?
saying is that we draw our guidelines in connection with NEC
Which
guidelines.
particular
listen.
guideline is holding
Listen.
this candidate
No,
in question?
Look, Oliver Khan, I'm not going to tell you a particular guideline that is holding the candidate. But
So-
like
so-
we
so
said,
you're deliberately-
no, like we said, there have been consensus, there have been discussion ongoing for that particular county when it comes to Central. Look, the coalition for democratic
Why is
Change,
it different?
We want to be pedantic in the candidate that we put up in every county and in every district.
Okay.
This is what make us unique as a political
Are
institution.
there more than one?
Okay.
Are there more than one?
Definitely, of course.
So you got more than one person
Of course.
in
Of
Bombing?
course, because if there were just one person, and by now we are come up with a decision.
So I mean, statutorily, from a conventional standpoint, Mr. Tobe, when you have competing interests with a particular situation, and the issue of consensus is taking long to be held, people run to elections. Why don't you run?
So why if the two individual in question, we still have the question mark on it that we try to have consultation and discussion about? This is what we're saying.
But you should not be saying why if.
Oliver Khan, like we said, like the chairman said, we have Fernando Carlos.
For-
And even 1 hour from now, the coalition can come up with a decision.
Is there something you don't want
So-
to tell the public about this thing?
No, kind.
Uh-huh.
Let me say this.
Uh-huh.
Look, the Coalition for Democratic Change
Can we know
is
some
a
of the names?
democratic institution. If we wanted to do anything healing, like I said,
Uh-huh.
we could sit in our comfort zone and just put out a listing of our representative and senatorial candidates.
Okay.
But because we told the public, we told the world at large that indeed we are a democratic institution,
Mhm.
and we're going to allow our people to participate. And mind you, not just for our people to participate, but those individuals that will be representing on our party ticket are people that will have the moral standing, that will be in conformity with the NEC gala and
So,
what
so
and
let me
our
give
own
this
gala.
information.
Okay.
Senator Maurice Setuma is projected to be the CDC endorsed candidate.
Okay.
So we
Senator
Maurice
Morris.
Setuma. So that confirmation should be the shortlist. So
Okay.
let's move on. Yeah.
Okay, so he's been projected
Yeah, projected. I said
to be the
I mean,
CDC.
Yeah, it's being projected.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so let's move on.
So
There are
the
two.
CDC in this
Duana
context.
Kamara
Uh-huh.
and Senator. Senator. Wait. Duana Kamara
Uh-huh.
from CDC
Uh-huh.
and Senator Setuman are the two. But
The both
I'm
of them
telling
from which of the constituent political parties?
I'm
Kind.
saying
You
there should
guys
there should have
still
been.
have
Recently,
some sort of issue with this
let me
whole
say this.
consensus.
Let me come with it. I know you're going to bring this thing to me, right?
Uh-huh.
But let me come to this.
Uh-huh.
Kind. Recently, you saw that even prior to our primary.
So Duana Kamara
Wait, listen,
and Morris
let me
Setuma.
land.
Okay.
Now, let me land.
Go-
You will come in.
go ahead.
I know you prepared for us today.
Go ahead.
I wasn't prepared for you. So recently, prior to our primary, we have some members of the national legislature pledging their support to the re-election of President Weah,
Mhm.
and we said
Yeah,
that,
so you said went
No,
ahead to
listen
conduct
now, listen
primaries.
now.
So
Just-
that should not be an excuse.
no, Duana, listen. We said that
Oh,
we are.
you calling me Duana?
Let me say Duana.
Wow.
Kind. You have to give me chance.
So you're calling me the name of
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah, he's one of the
the
candidates.
contenders.
He's one of the contenders. Like we said, we are not doing anything behind doors.
to mistakenly
Okay.
refer to me as Duana.
No, it's yeah.
Somebody could question your
No.
involvement in the process.
No.
Why didn't you
No,
say?
I'm a committee member,
What?
and I have knowledge, I have idea.
Why
about all
didn't
the
you
candidates.
mistakenly call me Setuma and you said Duana?
So kind.
Uh-huh.
And what we say
Okay.
is that we have other people pledging their support to the re-election of President Weah.
Good.
Some of those people, they were not part of any of the political party within the Coalition for Democratic Change, right?
Mhm.
So they also pledge their support automatically. We decided to have some conversation.
Okay.
But then the coalition didn't just say that.
So it's
hello. Let me learn.
I'm supposed to be.
Prolonging this.
Let me learn.
You could just
Chairman,
conclude and
Chairman.
take what I've said and
Uh-huh.
move on.
Chairman, let me learn.
It
I
doesn't-
know I can't want to draft out. Let me
No.
get there. So what we're saying is that
Uh-huh.
even if you give all your support, we got to go back to the country. We got to have consultation with the people.
So in
with
this
the
case,
citizens.
who gave the support?
Listen.
No, but I mean that's
listen,
a conversation
Khan,
we're having. I'm supposed to be asking you questions.
Khan, you know definitely that Duana was not in the national legislature.
Okay.
And the chairman just called Maurice Otomane. You
Okay.
know that. So you don't have to be asking me that kind of question.
So in this case,
let's have a conversation.
So in this case, you're prioritizing
Let's have a
the
conversation.
current lawmaker over the one who is aspiring.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying
That's
then?
not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the Coalition for Democratic Change
Uh-huh.
is having consultation, and they are going to list with the people of the country.
Oh, so
The
you're
people- listen,
you're
listen.
begging Duana
Let me
to
learn.
lead
No,
the race?
No, that's not what we're doing. We said that
Uh-huh.
the people of the county, the people of the district will make their decision.
Okay.
Let me say this.
So why can't
They
you take the people to
they will
primary and let
their
them make the decision?
No, we are on an obligation to vet candidates that will participate into the process.
Okay.
This is why we will not just take people, and that's the reason why when you apply.
So
to
does the
become a-
vetting
Hello?
involve talking
Hello?
to them and
Hello?
to have
Hello?
one person laying down their ambition?
So kind. This is not what we do. If we wanted for somebody to lay down a vision, then we will have just come from them. We say this.
So
person
why
is the
can't you
candidate.
announce the primary?
So no, because that's not how it goes. We got to follow the procedure.
Oh.
The guideline of the primary. We cannot create a law or we create a criteria and then we be the one to breach that particular criteria.
Mhm.
So that the issue of bombing county and pretty soon, very soon, I can assure you that even before
tomorrow is
before
the
we
deadline.
come out, yeah, definitely.
It is-
you still got time.
It is for
You got time.
we got 13 minutes to
You-
5 o'clock.
You got even in 1 hour time, the coalition can come up with a candidate.
Okay.
You know that. So let's go to the issues, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's go to the next issue because we deal with bombing already. Since we deal with bombing,
So
we
it
go to
is
Cape Town.
I come in. So
Yeah.
it is now clear that Maurice Setuma and Duana Sion, Duana Kamara, the former water and sewer man, the both of them are the individuals holding Bombing County Senatorial Resort hostage. So let's move to Cape Mount.
Yes, yes. So they're not holding a hostage. I think the word hostage would be too strong.
Okay.
Can you not hear me that
so
way?
what do we use?
Well, what we saying that we said that the
Uh-huh.
first thing before we conduct a primary, there must be a consensus. If the consensus can
Okay, so you're still building consensus.
hello, if the consensus cannot hold, then we'll go to the primary.
Okay.
So as we speak, there are still consensus ongoing.
Okay.
So thank you. Now we go to Cape Mount County.
Mhm.
So in Grand Cape Mount County, we have District 1. We have Bindu Masale.
Bindu
Yes,
Masale.
yeah, Bindu Masale.
She won against who?
She won on a web ballot.
Okay.
In that district.
Why
in
are
District
Seditians
2.
afraid to contest?
No, it's not that they are afraid
But
of
there
contest.
are 2 million web ballots across the
Well, you
place.
got to in Cape Mount, in District 2, there was election, there were primary conducted where you saw Kai Zulu, you saw Usman Kai Zulu winning Daniel Gray,
Okay.
B. Gray.
Uh-huh.
So it was a heavy election.
Let's go to
and
the-
you saw the people.
Let's go to the next
And you see
district. in Cape
District 3, you saw Emerson Camara even coming off Victoria as well.
Who did he contest against?
No, he was a web ballot candidate.
So you
as
see,
well.
in Cape Mount,
So-
two out of 3 was the situation of web. I'm coming to it. In Cape Mount, 2 out of 3 you have web ballots. In Bombing, 2 out of 3 the same web ballots. In Bapolu, 2 out of 3 you had the same web ballot. So I mean, it shows that seditions are
No, but
let me address that. Oliver,
uh-huh.
like we said, we told you that we are in one political institution, right?
Yeah.
The essence of all conducting our primary was to give our citizens the opportunity to
Mhm.
select their candidate.
Which we all agree
Listen,
with.
and now listen. So if the non-political party or the partisan in a particular district
Mhm.
come out and say that is this person that we trust,
Mhm.
after with the consent, we say, yeah, this man is
Okay.
the man that can win. So there will be no need of conducting
So bulk of
election.
the decision-
Who are we to
so-
say the people should go to convention to election?
So it is safe
And
to
also-
say that bulk of the
So-
decisions, going through this primary process
it's not-
are decisions that emanated from
The-
consensus building.
No, from the people.
Okay.
From the people.
I think
from the
you
people.
prefer to say it that way. Let's go to
No,
you.
from the people.
yes,
Uh-huh.
I was trying to tell you
Mhm.
to commend CDC
Why?
for the fight that.
Why should I
we
commend
will-
CDC?
You, all of the people who are trying to contest against us,
Uh-huh.
they are not democratic. They didn't give the people the opportunity that we have done.
Okay.
They didn't. Only CDC.
So for you to do the right thing for yourself, I should tell you thank you.
Of course,
Should
when
the
you-
Liberian people clap for CDC because they
No,
conducted-
because this is maturing our democracy.
Okay.
The people must be allowed. Whatever we do in this process helps to build our democracy.
Okay.
The people being allowed to vote, the people being allowed to participate
Mhm.
in the election.
Okay.
It is part of the maturing processes of our democratic development.
Mhm.
Yes, of course. And again, what this does is it puts CDC ahead of all the other parties
Mhm.
because those people who came to the primaries were able to familiarize themselves with the candidates, right?
Okay.
And they saw the candidates and they interacted with the candidates, unlike those people who sat in their bare rooms and chose people that would be contesting. They didn't interact with anyone.
Why if they conducted,
They didn't. You never heard of it.
Why if they did
You
their
are
own
a
consensus?
journalist.
Why if they did their own consensus?
Consensus,
Uh-huh.
even if you do consensus, you must carry your consensus to the people. Let the people interact and let the people have a say. But if they did a consensus in their bare rooms and didn't take the consensus to
Perhaps
the
that's,
people,
that's how they choose to do it.
so that's why we are ahead of them.
That's your party.
No.
Your party got
But we
home.
are talking about democracy. We
Okay.
are talking about people's participation.
Mhm.
We are talking about inclusive and credible processes.
Okay.
So if you want to make the democracy of the country mature,
Uh-huh.
you must be able to open up. But they are not opening up. They are choosing for the people. So that makes us more democratic.
Okay.
And so thank you for helping the democracy to grow.
Let our info will tell you thank you
So
when they call.
kind.
Let's go over to YouTube.
Yeah, kind. You know, I'm enjoying the conversation
On the
we are
over-
having. Yeah, kind.
On the overall from your region you were assigned,
Yeah.
were there challenges?
Yeah,
Were there disenchantments as a result of the process in any of the district? Was there any point in time where this participant called you and said, the thing you do you cheated me, you told the beginner who to vote for, you did all the thing you did that. Did you at any point in time receive any complaint of such? You will come as it, Mr. Samin, because you are on you're the chairman on dispute and whatever.
So like I said, we conducted a free, fair, and transparent
I
primary
agree.
across the country.
I agree.
And in every electoral process, indeed there will be challenges where you have a group of people coming together to make decisions.
They report to you.
So there's this thing, like you ask a question, and let me get through the point. Okay. Like I said, yeah, our team encountered some challenges, and one of the challenges was based on the time frame, and we are nearing elections, so the committee did a calculation of each county or each district putting up 450 delegates with the non-political parties in participation. Now we did that because we take a minimum of 50 partisans, because you pose the question, and let me just say this, it is obvious that all the political parties will not have the same number of partisans in each county and each district. So, but you cannot tell us that you don't have 50 members in the county or in the district.
Okay.
So to tell you that even our people were so zealous, they were in a convertible mode, that even the 450, that was one of the major challenges we had. They said the number was small because some partisans, everybody want to vote, everybody want to participate in the process. So instead of having maybe because the 450, if you term that, maybe instead of having around 4,050 people, you'll be surprised going to district. We saw almost 6,000 people. And suddenly thinking other people say, what are they dedicated, not dedicated, want to vote. So it was a challenge for us to talk to our partisans. Like,
okay,
look, it is one of the challenges, but I can show you that my region.
You're still pressing the process. I asked you whether
process.
There were instances where people brought complaints to you. In this situation, who were they? What were their complaints?
So what I can say to you is that overall the primary, that's the reason why before we even conduct the primary, a resolution, a grievance and dispute committee.
Okay, so let's go to the dispute, man.
Yes, listen.
No. I mean, so you already waived your right to respond to that issue. So, Mr. Sami, from all of the different places you were put in charge, to control, were there complaints that you got?
No, actually, in Region 4, very peaceful.
Peaceful.
No complaints.
No complaint.
Yes.
Not a single complaint.
Not a single complaint to my knowledge as chair of the district committee. Nobody brought complaint.
Okay.
Because we deal with it as professionals we could. And everybody participated and nobody brought complaint as yet. And I'm not sure there's complaint in district. I mean in electoral in Region 4.
Okay.
But as chair on district committee, of course, and having brought the different people together and going to electoral process that is so emotionally charged, you will have some disagreement. Of course, there was some disagreement in some areas, but those were solved amicably, and you never heard about any violence. It was very peaceful. So that means that in as much as we have different views and diversity of ideas, we can still compute peacefully. And this is the example we are setting for the national election.
Okay.
That in as much as we are from different backgrounds and different perspectives, different ideas, we can compute for a particular political interest and then do it professionally, peacefully, maturely.
Okay.
So all over, CDC has set the pace for the national election.
Okay.
That will be credible, that will be peaceful, that will be inclusive, and that will be transparent.
Okay, tomorrow is the deadline for this whole primary situation, with Bombing County still on the standby from the senatorial angle. Now, my take is, when are you going to certificate those who won your process?
I'm telling you.
You want to talk about that quickly, then we'll go to the lines.
There will be no outstanding issue before tomorrow.
Okay.
All of the issues about will be handled peacefully, whatever time. We may not know what is taking place, but the leaders are at work.
Okay.
The leaders are at work.
So you are a last-minute political party. So.
No, we are not last-minute political. We are certificating our people tomorrow to just legitimize. I mean, to tell them that you went into this. This is a souvenir for you.
So you're doing it. You're doing it when
we take
tomorrow. But it doesn't mean that people are not registering. It does not really mean that maybe.
Okay.
But what I'm supposed to say, tomorrow, we as a primary committee will be coming out to tell the people, congratulations.
Where would that be held?
That will be held at the CDC headquarters. And we will be there tomorrow. All the partisans will come en masse tomorrow. Tomorrow, right? Friday, right?
Yeah, tomorrow is Friday.
It's Friday, yes.
So you're going to do that. Do you have a time or no time attached?
The beginning, the program will actually start from the evening. However, beginning 10, we have our partisan and all the candidates.
That will be the build up to the process.
build up time.
So, so actually, but from 3 upward, the program will start.
So you're going to be certificating
the winners,
14 senatorial candidates.
No, not he will not tell you, but we're saying that he just
no,
told
because
you.
Bomi is not done.
He told you that no one will be left. And like he said, even 1 hour from now, even as we discuss, you don't know what a decision have been made for Bomi.
Okay.
So
we are going
like
to our
said,
meeting
yeah.
year after.
Okay.
We have 7 o'clock meeting.
Mhm.
There where we're going to finalize everything.
Okay.
If you call me after 7 o'clock, I will be able to tell you exactly what we have concluded.
Okay.
Because mature people, understandable, reasonable people come together. We can solve all of the problems on the table.
So one thing you're going to show the people of Liberia is that after 7 o'clock tonight, it is either Joanna Kamara or Maurice Atuma.
One thing I can assure the Liberian people
Bomi can't
is
get a
that
senator.
Bomi County is going to have a senator
on
from the coalition.
For Democratic change.
We
And we're always taking the lead. Can you say we are last minute party? We are not a last
we
minute
got our
political
guests already in the waiting room. We will go to the lines and take more of the calls. There are people who are listening to us from Cape Mount, folks in Bapolu, Bamastown.
I didn't talk much about Bonkante, and Bonkante was very interesting.
Okay.
You would really like to hear the story
You
from
know,
Bonkante.
Kanka is macro managing already, but no problem, Kan. No problem.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's okay.
Weather challenges in Bon County.
Well, Bonkante,
That is,
of course,
I may be wrong, but that is the NPP's stronghold.
of course, Bonkante,
Mhm.
you see that there could be challenge because
There could
in the-
be
yeah, I mean, there were some challenges. In the
because,
first place.
because you're already done with the process.
Yes, in the first place,
Uh-huh.
we had some people contesting in district.
Mhm.
Like for example, in District 1, we had Medikamu, who was contesting against Gapla Williams, but after consultation, he withdrew the die many times.
Mhm.
And also in District 3, where Honorable Melvin Cole, Josiah Melvin Cole is,
Mhm.
CDC chairperson, Sebli Weye was also contesting, but later on he withdrew at the end of the day. And we disqualified one person, James Dobber, from the finance ministry. He didn't resign. So those were issues
Mhm.
that we needed to handle carefully,
Okay.
that we could not explore.
Okay. So
And I can tell you,
Mhm.
we resolve those issues,
Mhm.
and we still have those people on board that they will support President Weah's re-election. And that is the detail about what we went through. In as much as people did not win, they don't take themselves as loser. For the fact that President Weah will be supported to win for the second term, they feel that victory is what they want to share in.
Okay. So they withdrew two persons.
Two persons withdrew,
Two
and
persons-
one person based on
With
standards.
yeah, two
was
persons
not
withdrew
qualified.
from the process.
Yeah.
You would disqualify one person.
Yeah.
But according to you, all of the issues that had to do with withdrawal were accompanied by serious-minded situations that you needed to handle. That is an attestation that those withdrawals were not voluntarily done.
No, they were.
Did you ask the people to?
No, we didn't ask people to.
One of the men
withdraw.
from the district of Mevinco withdrew.
Yes, he did.
Because you guys told him, say you can contest.
No,
against the
how
law."
will you tell somebody don't contest when he withdrew?
And he registered for the
he
process.
registered, he withdrew. So it's a process for
people
example.
can involuntarily do things.
No, that cannot be a mature people.
Kind,
You will
sometimes.
involuntarily withdraw.
Sometimes
You will involuntarily withdraw.
sometimes
and then
sometimes the organizers will do things that will coerce you to.
I don't even know them.
Sometimes when you go through a process, and then
I don't know them.
you maybe from the beginning you think of yourself that you can win the process, and then at the time you see that you cannot be winning.
And that's the point I'm making.
Yeah, so
Because somebody who feels that they will not win,
they don't waste their time. Say okay.
So,
let me
but
just withdraw.
because they could not maybe win, it's okay. For the sake of peace,
Yeah.
let me withdraw from this process.
Yes.
Let me give my
Yes.
brother a chance to continue.
Yes.
And those things were done peacefully. There was no chaos.
Okay.
So that's one thing I want you to recognize, that we can go into rigorous political process peacefully and come out with one account that will be useful for everyone.
Okay.
So we went into this and we are out peacefully, despite the disagreements.
Okay. Despite the disagreements, we will take a break. We have in our studios two of the primary committee members from the Coalition of Democratic Change. We have Mr. Jimmy Tobe and Honorable Rabba Sami. The both of them been telling us more about the issues concerning the primaries in Bong, Riverses, Grand Bassa, Bapalu, Bombing, and Grand Cape Mounds. Let's leave, take our break. We'll be right back to take your calls, and later on we go to them for their parting comments. Let's take our break to be right back.
There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands, follow the authority. Tell it can't take your law. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must target, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see don't keep it. I'm a part of report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-Omen, Omen Samsaya.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. My name is Kain. Alexa Vanja Cody is also here. After we are done with the calls and our guests depart the studio, we'll play host to Mr. Eugene Jobo. Eugene Jobo is the acting registrar general of the Cooperative Development Agency of Liberia. Honorable Jobo will be here to tell us more about the agency. What plans do they have, to revamp the sector, as Liberia will want to make a lot of progress in the agricultural industry. The numbers are 86500-104, 776-104-104 are the numbers to join the conversation. Those of you outside Liberia can join us on +231 86500-104. This first question: what is your name? Where do you join us from? Go ahead. 1 minute.
My name is Musa G. Brown, appointed from the United States of America.
Musa from the U.S. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
You see, I have just a happening for District 1 Grand Cape Mountain County.
Okay.
That the CDC has put up with youth infection. Trust me.
The Canada CDC put up the CDC Canada in Cape Mount, District 1?
Yes. Yes, that is Ibrisa Masale Doro. He influenced our election. That girl is not qualified. I respect women. I give really high respect. We got more qualified women in the CDC in Grand Cape Mountain County in District 1 that should have contested that position for them to take our kid and put her on our ticket because he didn't find my got money. She will not win. Trust me.
Okay.
Because I'm a citizen. We are going to campaign against a vigorously. She will not win that position.
You are a citizen and you're campaigning against the person who won the CDC primary.
Yes, because she's not qualified. She's a citizen. She will not win our position.
So you say you say your party CDC put a Sierra Leone on their ticket.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. We leave you right there from the US. No, you'll respond to.
You're gonna respond.
How you want to do it? Take your time. Let's take the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Hello. Let's hear you. 1 minute. Go ahead. Oh my God, Blambo, let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, the senator for Kima, he was on measure.
Okay, all right, yeah.
That Bong County, they never explain in detail concerning of Bong County.
Okay, all right, they will do that in their parting comment. So you did not mention the senator for Cape Mount. You did not also tell us who's going to be the senatorial candidate for Bong County as well. But they will tell us more about it by the time they are giving their parting comments.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's take this other person on line 4. Are you available? Go ahead. What is the name? Where do you join us from?
Good evening. My name is Robert Koya, calling from 17.
Robert, you gotta leave the radio. We are getting feedback.
Sorry for that.
Go ahead.
Thanks to those gentlemen are in the studio. But one thing I did not hear from them, which is having to be District 7 of Bon County, which is former and that of San Diego District. I did not hear the candidate for that district and also the senator for my beloved county, Bon County.
Okay.
So I want to know from them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You did not hear the senator for Bon County. Let's take this international caller. Go ahead, sir. What is the name? Where you join us from? Hello? Hello? If you're listening, listen to your phone and not your radio.
Hello, how are you doing?
We are great.
Hello.
We are great. Go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Hello.
Hello, you are live. Let's hear you, sir. If you are on the international line, when you call, listen to your telephone. Do not listen to your radio because the radio will be lit and the telephone will be current because of the time difference. When you're calling on the international line, listen to your phone and not your radio. This person, go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you.
Hello?
Hello, sir. What's your name? District 3, which county?
Why are the Uncle Beatrice?
What?
Why is the Uncle Beatrice in District 3?
Which county? Which county are you talking about, my brother?
Speaking from Montserrat District 3.
And you are asking the primary committee why they got to give you which candidate?
Yeah, Kofi June. The man living in the district.
Okay, Kofi June. They would tell the other primary men who went there for that other execution. Thank you very much. Y'all ask your man Eddie Trawale, then why you carried Kofi Jones, the man said Kofi Jones to District 3. This other person, go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you.
How are you, sir?
We are great, Chief.
I'm calling on District 4 because of Bomikande.
Bomikande, where? Okay, go ahead. You got to shake your phone. You got to walk away small. You're coming in broken.
Yeah, I'm talking about the men that for the territorial race in Bomikande.
But they said they're not choosing anybody there yet. They said
choose the man. They're not choosing Sana Kamara. They're choosing that man.
no, but hello. The guys who supposed to make the selection, they made it in studio. They made it say maybe that around 7 o'clock they would know who would be there. So where you get your own information from? Maybe you know something what they not know.
Late morning, all of the division on air. The same people that are on that committee, they are on air this morning. They said that they're taking that man. And that man, he was preparing United Party from day one.
The Morris said to my man.
The United Party from day one. Just because it's going down, one of the largest towns in our place. What's it there? What's it in our town? Nothing. You don't want to go there when you want power because they have only 3,000. He must be living in our town. One of the largest towns. They know.
And at the town the man come from?
No.
Okay.
They don't want to go there when they want to vote.
Okay.
What's in our town? Certain life.
So you went up for them to pour water and see what Duana Kamara there.
I think so. I come out to be the best.
Okay.
But nothing that doesn't do down there.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my brother. You made your points. Let's leave you and take and take this other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Hello. Let's hear you, sir.
Hello.
Hello. You are live. Let's hear you, Chief.
Hello.
Okay. Let me try this way. Hello, sir. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm Abraham. I'm calling from the UAE.
Abraham from the UAE, Dubai or Abu Dhabi?
Dubai.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you.
I just want to commend my brother in studio there. Actually, he did a great job. You know, for the level of maturity the party have, actually, since the history of Liberia, we never see such maturity. We never see the party to conduct a primary that the common people who select and leader. So I just want to comment our comment in studio that we are behind you people. Actually, we don't forget about you people. We are there, and we'll make sure we will get the second 2023.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my brother. Although you started to sound like the Arab people already, you are adopting their accent. I hope you won't forget Kolokwa very soon. Let's take this other person. Go ahead quickly. Let's hear you. We'll take 3 more, then we go to our folk for the party comments. 1 minute. What's your name? Where you join us from?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Chief. Let's hear you.
My name is Edwin BGP. I'm fully from Bobby.
Bombing County. What part of Bombing County?
Third district.
Go ahead, Chief.
I'm a member of the coalition.
I know.
I found confer. I think that I'm going to ticket because when I already registered independent candidate.
Duana Kamara has registered as an independent candidate.
Okay, I'm 100% sure, yeah.
You sure, or you have seen the registration form?
I've seen the registration form. Yeah, I'm friendly. We are going to send it to you.
My man, just search for Khan Oliver Khan on Facebook. You send it to me.
Okay, Khan Oliver Khan, right?
Yeah, Khan Oliver Khan.
Okay.
Nobody in the country that can call Khan Oliver Khan beside me. Thank you very much. We leave you right there. Let's take Let's take this other one. Hello. Go ahead. You're the second to the last. Bomi Kante, let's hear you, Chief.
I want to commend the God and they were Canada is gonna be running for long for him to say. They will run there for the party. There's a trouble who has nothing for the country. Nothing I can say, nothing at all. You must pay more than your students. I'm just, I'm feeling bad about the whole thing. So you put it not start that. Why was not come out to go back? Why register independent one when you come back to our party and be the best in the day? Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the people from Birmingham, they are calling. Let me see what this other caller got connection with Birmingham. Go ahead, 1 minute. Let's hear you.
Good evening. Okay.
Quickly, no time, my brother.
It's okay. I'm Emmanuel M. Sofa Jr., youth of the People's Liberation Party, PUP in Montreal County. I purposely call in to appreciate these guys still to the primary extremely well.
Your line is breaking in. I'm afraid.
You getting me? Are you getting me?
We are getting you now. Go ahead, quickly.
I was saying the last time the city decided to hold a primary in Nima County and Tawangbe escaped for his life, and the Union Party similarly in Lofa County, and there was brutality there. So the CDC is well noted for conducting primary democratically, where we don't escape for our life, or delegates don't escape for their life. So I must appreciate the primary committee to Jeff Koji, one of those guys who helped organize especially district number 14. It was a seriously contested one, and and the person who became victorious, they are the CDC candidates. I appreciate you for affording me the time to talk on your platform.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there, and that would do it for the call-in segment. We'll go back to our guests. You've listened, and to the credit of the people of Bone County, we'll start with you, Toby. Then the chairman will end. I think this other caller should be from Bombing. Go ahead. You from Bombing? You're calling from Bone County. Okay, if you're from Banga, go ahead. You gotta walk away small. Your line is breaking. Okay, Mount Barkley. Go ahead from Mount Barkley. Let's hear you.
Emmanuel P. Johnson. Yeah, actually, I just want to speak quickly to the primary issue. Number 2, Muslim country. We are very, very much. I was 45 issue with my ID card. The choice made by the party to bring the one or no human being by the name of Big Sam. It is very wrong, and we're not going to vote him. We're going to vote our choice for this district. To admit is the wrong choice I think he ever made when it comes to this district.
Okay.
Thank you
Very
very
much. Yeah, he's on the new man, but you call his name Big Sam. We leave you right there. Let's go over to you for your parting comments. Let's begin with you, Toby.
But we gotta respond to the people who say party comment.
Yeah. You gotta do that in one. Okay, 2 minutes.
Okay,
please.
okay. So okay. The chairman will respond to some of the issues. So let me just touch you For yeah, it's a good thing. I think it was an oversight, and we didn't mention Momo Sonny. Momo Sonny is the senator for Grand Cape County.
Mabu Sonny?
Mabu Sonny, yeah.
Okay.
There's just to inform the public and to certify the colors curiosity. And we have somebody said Bedo Masari. I think the chairman will respond to that. I'm not gonna, but let me deal with the Bomi County issue. Someone said that we have chosen a candidate in Bomi County already. Let me say that as member of the Region 6, we are cover Bomi County. I can clearly say that up to now, the coalition haven't come up with a candidate for Bomi County. So until we can come up with a candidate for Bomi County, we don't think the information being spread out there, is valid until then. So, well, we still on Bomi County issues, and what we have, somebody say Jonathan Kamara has registered independent candidate, and somebody will not choose, and somebody was choosing over him. We just want to say that look, this is a democratic process, and it is the right of every citizen to to contest, to exercise their franchise. So even though the chairman respond to some of the other issues, someone said that we choose the same thing, just keep going with the Morris and Kamara issues. But like we said, we haven't come up with a candidate for Bomi County. We leave there's a consultation and discussion ongoing by the party, and very soon before we can get to the battle of this thing, indeed Bomi County will have a candidate. And in my party comment, let me just say thank you to our audience, thank you to our partisans, thank you to the people of Liberia. We say thank you to President George Manawia, Vice President Joe Howard Taylor. Thank you to the chairman for the primary committee, Honorable Jefferson Tamakochi, for the confident reports in order to carry on a peaceful exercise across the country.
Okay.
And we say also thank you to Free LFF family.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let's go over to you, Mr. Sami.
Yes,
your parting comments.
Yes, thank you. The young man who spoke that Bendu Masale is a kid. I think that's disrespect to the woman, and also disrespect to humanity. Somebody who is of age and wanting to contest only because maybe they are young and you want to disrespect them. But that is the beauty that you find in CDC. CDC gives everyone the opportunity to contend or aspire for their potential, to actualize their potential. So he doesn't see that young people should be given the opportunity. No Salonian will be allowed to contest in the process. So that was just wrong information. Also in Bon County, the primary in Bon County did endorse Honorable Edward Kafia as CDC candidate in Bon County. Senatorial candidate in Bon County. District 7, somebody were curious to know, of course, William Somo Jackson is the CDC candidate in District 7, Bon County. So with that, we want to say thank you so much for the opportunity. And of course, we also want to take this time to thank Honorable the Law Mayor, the Chairman, Jefferson Koji, for the opportunity and for the leadership he has been able to provide for us to go through this tense but very peaceful election or primary processes. And we are out bouncing and stronger. So we hope that those people that have been chosen by their people will win and in October. So what we've just demonstrated as a political arrangement is the standard that we must all pursue as a country.
Did you mention the winner of Bon County's senatorial process?
Yeah, senatorial. I said Edward Kafia.
Okay, Senator Edward.
Yeah, he's the sitting
representative. Edward Kafia.
Yeah, Kafia is our senatorial candidate in Bon County. So thanks for the opportunity. Liberians, we can go into this October election very peacefully and select the person that will lead off for the next 6 years. It's not about war. It's about making a choice. And the majority will decide for all of us.
How is a political leader of the
His Excellency Ambassador Dimas
why is he not contesting the presidency?
No, I mean, we chose at our convention that move based upon the good work of President Weah.
Okay.
There's no need. Because some people just want to participate for the need of participation. But the Liberian people already know their leader. So we can't put somebody against President Weah.
You didn't put your political
But what will put the name when
leader
President
in a
Weah is doing
race?
better?
No, I mean, is it because President Weah is doing better, or because he's the Minister of Foreign Affairs?
No, I mean his individual interest in no way can surpass the interest of the people.
You think so?
Very well sure.
If he was not the Minister of Foreign Affairs, would
Of
you
course. Of course.
would you have still had him to support?
The issue of being the political leader of a party does not mean you own the party.
Okay.
The people make the decision.
Okay.
So being a foreign minister, that is foreign minister. You are asked to do a piece of job for the people.
Mhm.
So that does not in any way stop the people from making decisions if they want to fear a candidate. So why do we want to fear a candidate? We want to fear a candidate because we believe that much has not been done. But if somebody is striving under the given circumstances, President Weah has done what he has been able to do, looking at comparing what is in this country and what is happening in other countries and what is happening all over the world and what he has been able to achieve in Liberia. There's no need to put any candidate against him. I think I could advise Omen Boaga and the rest of the people to allow President Weah go on white ballot.
Even the not allow is that he go.
No, I'm not. I mean, I said white ballot. Okay.
All right. It's
I said white ballot.
So let we just want to.
No, your parting comment is done. No, your parting comment is done. He's Robert Sami. Robert Sami is the chairman of MOVE, the political party where the foreign minister is the political leader. My name is Klein. Alexa is my able deputy. We take a break to be right back. When we are done, we will be playing host to the Honorable Eugene Jobo. Eugene Jobo is the acting registrar general of the Cooperative Development Agency of Liberia. I hope I got that correctly. But let's take our break to be right back.
There are crowds in many places, in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. Really can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you check. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. I'm a part of report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper.
Okay, so welcome back to the program. Freedom Radio Liberia is the radio station. My name is Kyle Oliver Kine. We have in studio Mr. Eugene Jobo. Eugene Jobo is the acting registrar general. The acting registrar general at the level of the Cooperative Development Agency. The Cooperative Development Agency. Mr. Kamara is trying to set up the live. He's trying to set up the live. But by the time he is done, we're going to be going to Studio B. But let's take our break quickly to be right back while we get these things sorted out.
There are crowds in many places, in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. Really can't take your love, eh? Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you must get. I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see a don't keep it, you must part to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own Omen Sam Sion.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. My name is Khan. We have Mr. Jobo in studio. Good evening, Mr. Jobo, and welcome.
Thank you so much, Khan. Let me say good evening to Liberian people. It's a pleasure to be here. It hasn't been easy as a farmer to just take me from the farm. Putting behind the microphone is just not an easy thing. But I think I'm here, and let me also apologize yesterday. It wasn't deliberate.
Okay.
Yeah, I know the kind of people that follow this show, that follow the station, and to just come to say, okay, time change. I think I hold apology to your listeners and to your fans. So I want to say my apology. It wasn't deliberate.
Okay. Yeah. So Electra and I will want to know more about your entity. We got the Ministry of Agriculture. Yet again, we have another institution in government that should be concerned with farmers and growing of crops. The overall responsibility of the Cooperative Development Agency.
So can you permit me to take a moment of silence? If you can recall, some part of May, the entity we lost our boss in presence of Honorable Regina Sokantier.
Oh wow!
Yeah, who are our deputizing so much. Khan Lele, Khan Manda, and Lila. So on this moment, I just want to say, announce a moment of silence, and we can go through. Thank you so much. So the CDA is one of those entities that haven't been known in the public.
Okay.
And I see how you struggle. I see how you struggle on it. The CDA. So it's a cooperative development agency, and like you said, we deal with farmers, but we don't deal with individual farmers. You may be because that this entity have been part of Ministry of Agriculture in the 80s until Samin Doe, President Doe, thought about to bring as autonomous, semi-autonomous. So as a government agency, we are responsible to regulate, to evaluate, supervise, monitor, and audit all cooperative around the country, Liberia. And you always hear me saying cooperative, but let me take you back to the historical days of cooperatives, because you myself know that in the past we had the Cool group and we had the Susu group, where you and myself will join and go on your farm, we'll budget for 1 or 2 days. The next day, we have to go on my farm. So that process is what we monopolize to say cooperatives.
Okay.
So you alone cannot do it alone.
So everybody join together and brush one person farm.
Brush one person farm.
Okay.
And the next day we go on your farm. So it's what we call cooperatives.
So it is your entity that is supervising those kind of jobs across the country.
Of course, we supervise them. And another group will supervise also what you call the Susu group. Call them financial institution or credit union.
Okay.
So when you go to other government agency or institution, like for example the NPA, you have the NPA Employee Credit Union. These are all cooperatives. So it is our responsibility to supervise them and also to audit them, and to also link them with partners through Ministry of Agriculture, and to see how best they can build their capacity. But we are there to supervise them and bring them up to speed to transform them from a farm-based organization to cooperative. So the CDA have been around. The only thing our act it's backdated up to 1936.
Okay.
So there are things that we do now.
1936.
1936 Act. It's not capturing present reality.
Mhm.
So it's one of the issues that is on our decks, and we're trying to see how best we can engage our panel, the board, how to see how best we can amend the act. Because if you go to Kenya or Egypt, the CDA Act or Cooperative Act is meeting present reality. For example, Women and Children Incorporated in Liberia, we say find it difficult.
Okay.
The issue of audit. Nowadays, our 1936 Act says if Khan serving as chairperson for a particular cooperative and he misapply resources, 2/3 of that membership should agree, do a resolution, send it to CDA before CDA come in for maybe prosecution.
Okay.
Or yes, but we are saying it should not be based on the individual or decision, because what happens was, for example, in Lofa, for example,
Mhm.
where you have the uncle and nephew thing, then they will damage.
They may not want to report the situation.
Exactly, and these are things that we're going through. So there are many issues that we want to instruct in the 1936 Act. Our act is outdated.
Okay.
It's outdated. 1936.
Okay. Now, so Alexa will come in. You said the brain behind the establishment of the CDA is to support this traditional coup system.
Very good.
So 50 farmers get together. They don't have the machines. They don't have the farming tools, the adequate tools. So to make the work go faster, the 50 of us will go on Alexa Farm today. We work.
Yeah, exactly.
We fell the trees. We do the planting of the rice. The next day, the 50 of us choose another time. We go to Kamara's house. Kamara's on the farm. We plant sugar cane. The next time we go to the. So that is the real idea behind this whole stuff. Now, what support do you give? Those cooperatives in this situation.
So build a capacity. Where 1 or 2 person, 2 or 3 person gather,
Mhm.
there will always be dispute.
They're building capacity in a big war. You're
okay.
always using.
So
what do you
we
do?
train them.
Uh-huh.
So we train them in governance system.
Okay.
Financial management, business orientation, because the cooperatives are run on a business level. Agriculture, in terms of cooperatives, it's all about business, putting money into farmer hands. The shareholders are the member of the cooperative. So what we do first, group dynamism. How can you and myself work together without much conflict?
Okay.
So the CDA train you, ride you through that training. After that, the CDA also train you in financial management, because the cooperative is structured in a way that you have the board of directors, you have the management team that is very independent.
Mhm.
Report directly to the board of directors.
Mhm.
The board of directors make representation or make report to the member that we call the shareholders. And so before you become a member of the cooperative, you must buy a share. So all the farmers will come together and say, you know what, we agree to be part of the cooperative, but can you get in the big part if you buy your share?
Okay.
And some of them will say, okay, you know what, $2,000, Liberian to buy a share, because once you are a member of the share, you also have the voting right, because the leadership is a democratic leadership. Supervisor CDA.
Mhm.
We do all those training, then we certificate you. We have two documents that we give you at CDA level.
Okay.
So we'll give you permits
Uh-huh.
that will make you to operate for 6 months,
Mhm.
from 1 to 6 months.
Mhm.
And after that, we bring you up to speed to a full-fledged cooperative that will give you certificate. So we'll have to do about good governance, financial management, because at the end, if they don't give you money, you have to account for it.
Okay.
And this is why the CDA will also have the responsibility to audit you every year. So we can do audit. The money Ministry of Finance gave you through the government, for example,
Mhm.
the government gave you through Ministry of Finance,
Mhm.
50,000.
Okay.
Why you do it? Because the intent of the cooperative is for the benefit of the members. Government don't have the capacity to be everywhere at the same time.
So you work with all of the leaders of the different cooperatives
Of
across the
course,
country.
we have the database.
Uh-huh.
We reach out to them.
So you get money from the Ministry of Finance in the partners,
Partners.
and you provide it to them. Do you give them cash or you give them tools?
We directly don't get the money.
Okay.
Government come in with grants.
Okay.
Partner come in with grants.
Mhm.
So they invite CDA into it.
Okay.
We identify based on your leadership structure.
Mhm.
We identify those cooperatives. Say, you know what, this leadership is okay. You can work with the
So
group.
we put it in the credit union or we put it in the farmers union.
We have a go.
Okay.
So you sometimes these things they don't just financial or physical cash. Sometimes machinery.
Okay.
Tractors, power tiller,
Mhm.
and different other things in terms of agricultural equipment. So they give it to you as cooperative, and you use that to improve your farming activities.
Technically, do you have a record on the number of financial clubs? I mean, should I say that, or saving clubs
So we call them credit union cooperatives.
Fine. Do you have the total number of credit union? I mean, approximately how many are you working with in terms of the active ones?
So in Montserrat, we have it in different counties, but Montserrat carry more. So in Montserrat, we have approximately 15 credit unions.
15 credit union.
Yeah, 15, approximately 15.
Okay.
And you also have some that are dormant. We are working on now. We are working with them to see how best we can bring them up to speed, because they also need training. They need to have leadership structure.
Okay.
Election have to take place and all those things. But overall, when it's going to cooperative in Liberia, we have approximately 750 cooperatives.
750
Yeah,
cooperatives
around the country,
both farmer union,
including Maryland.
both farmer union and credit union. I mean, why are you singling out Maryland? What about Lofa?
Also Lufa, but I said Maryland because you have to take in Maryland.
Okay.
And at the end, you even want to push your candidate forward.
Oh, this is no. I mean, this is no way of wanting to be sentimental about it. Now, what do we need to do as farmers? Besides putting ourselves together as a group or a union of farmers working in the interests of one another, what else do we need to do as requirement? To be able to attract the CDA and the partner support. What do we need to do?
So the first thing,
you got farmers listening in Bomi and other places.
So let me drill you through. I will summarize the process. So the first thing, at the standard of the CDA, we say from 15% upward.
So 15 farmers can just go together to form the group.
Yes, and
then
you do a lot of intent. Telling CDA.
No, let's put it in simple, because bulk of the farmers are people who. I'm not trying to denigrate them.
No.
So when 15 farmers then in Bomi Nana listening, they put themselves together, write a name,
they write
letter to you.
Write letter to all, telling us say we are group, we are farmer group, but we want you to come and train all.
We can go play red on each other farm.
Yes.
Call our grass together.
Everything.
But we need cutlass.
Yeah,
we need hoe, we need red seedings.
We want you to know all first.
Okay.
So when you read that letter, they will call something. We get something we call assessment. We can check.
So you write letter of intent.
Letter of intent.
Okay.
Then CDA will carry somebody there to
go
the
check
assessment.
to know
check what all the things say are true.
Whether you're making farm,
Yes.
whether that's true, you got farmland, all the
Of
other
course.
issues. Okay. So after assessment.
After assessment now, then we'll recommend for training.
Okay.
Because the group you want farm, everybody has a responsibility.
Do you do on-site training or you bring them to a
No,
particular
we do
location?
on-site training.
Okay. So you go there.
We'll go there.
So you'll go
and
bombing.
besides that, we'll have officers in the 15 counties.
Okay.
Not necessarily you have the central office going there. So
no, I know it implies.
Yeah, so we train them there. After we give them certificate. Based on that certificate, partner will know that we are working along with them.
Okay.
And they will express interest. For example, if UNDP went there in Lofa, in a particular community,
and they won't work with a cooperative.
Yeah, they will say, okay, you know why? It's easy cooperative, bring your document.
Bring your document. So it means you people got to recognize them and give them people to be able to do business.
Exactly.
So by the time the government say, oh, it won't have some farmer, then we're using their hand to cut rest, to cut the grass, to make a red farm, won't get them some money. Then it means the ones who already wrote you,
yes,
the ones who you've already done your assessment on will be the ones to benefit because you've already given them the license.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, what are some of the major challenges you face in all of these different things you do, like reaching out to farmers who have grouped themselves together to get to you as a cooperative?
Normally, if I appear on this platform, we all agree there are challenges always, but with the little resources that we have, we all want to manage, it. One of those major, I think the major challenge that we have at CDA is mobility. Farmer need extension services.
Okay.
You need to settle dispute among farmers. among cooperative members. So you have the man, for example, in Zaza. You had a city representative in Zaza. He had to take another 2 hours, maybe from Zaza to Vajma, for example. I may have to walk. Or you have somebody from Green Crew, from Barclaysville, all the way to Farrier Town. So the issue of mobility is a problem for cities. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. As I speak to you, the only car I'm using now, I've been using it was used for the past 10 years.
Whoa.
The past 10 years. But we are not complaining. Let us do something first.
So with all of these challenges you're having, number one, you're talking about logistics, right?
Yeah,
Like that
logistic.
is something that you guys don't have. So reaching out or
It's
expanding
difficult
it
for
is
us.
like really difficult. But then you have partners. So what exactly are you doing to reach out to partners as well as the government? Because this is like an institution within the Ministry of Agriculture, right?
No, we are independent.
Independent
Yeah,
right
we are
now.
independent.
So what are you doing in terms of reaching out to your partners to actually tell them about some of the challenges?
So yes, those challenges are being shared with partners.
Like how
But-
long has it been?
But,
Has it
but-
been?
but the issue is that Alexa, the issue is that many attempts of our partner comes, they will say, you know why? For example, instead of mobility, the government will take care of it, and our money is only going for the farmers. But the mistaken part is that even you put millions of data in the field, if you don't have anybody to supervise those millions of data, your account may not be, sustained.
Right.
And this is why sometimes you see a lot of billboards in the field. You have one donor will come and say, okay, you know what? We spend $50,000 a year. We spend $1 million a year. If you don't have the technicians to do field supervision regularly, it will be a challenge. And those results that you expect, you may not get them. So the CDA is a serious challenge for us. All our motorbikes are down as I speak to you.
Wow.
All our motorbikes are down.
How long has this been going on? Like you're already working, in different spaces, right?
Yeah.
And then you have some of your different things that are supposed to take you
So-
there. All
so-
these things
so
are
thank God
down
for-
right now.
So thank God for other projects that we working with through Ministry of Agriculture. And let me say a very big thank you to the Minister of Agriculture. She has been so receptive when it comes to CDA. Anytime she hears CDA, she always recognizes us. So through the Retrap project, we ought to get a brand new Land Cruiser.
Okay.
We through the IFA project 2-3 years ago, we got 2 motorbikes.
Okay.
Yeah, in Nimba.
Mhm.
Yeah, in Nimba.
So
But we hope that other partners will come in. We also doing a proposal.
Okay.
We're checking our proposal all out there to see how because if you want to have security, food security, you want to increase productivity in Liberia when it comes to food. It is not possible to live out the cooperative around the country. It's not possible. Individual farmer cannot do it alone, and they don't have that capacity compared to cooperatives. Because you as farmer, you have individual farmer, you're producing, perhaps you'll be producing five bag of rice, and cooperatives are producing maybe 100. So the best method to use when it comes to food security in Liberia is to invest in the cooperative. And invest in the cooperative, the city as the regulatory arm or the authority that has that responsibility to monitor and supervise should not be left out. Should also be empowered. They also need training. But this thing will only be achieved if we also make amendment in our art.
Yeah, because imagine you're talking
Because
about
1936.
what you have since 1936.
1936.
So it has been here for over I don't know how many years.
How many years?
So when exactly you took over?
Oh,
The
okay.
position you're in right now.
Okay, no, around something like last month. As acting
Okay,
registrar because
so you've been there for
I got
not a long time.
not a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you're talking about the different things you have. Wow, 1936. So that is like way back. So
Way
if
back.
that is something to be revisited, are you actually looking in that direction?
Oh
to,
yes, it is a priority. We try to work through our board, the board chair, the agriculture minister.
Mhm.
We're also working through her to see how best we can do amendment in the art because it's outdated. They don't meet present the reality.
No.
And one of the issues again because the CDA Liberia will lose our position at the International Cooperative Alliance Board.
Why was that?
More than 40 years, we lose our position.
So, wait, because you know, this is an agency. I guess a lot of people don't actually know about.
Yes.
And then whenever you talk about this agency, people start to actually ask questions like, where exactly
Where
has
yes.
it been, and how long has it been operating?
And
So
those-
talking about over 40 years, you've actually lost your membership.
Membership at the International Cooperative Alliance, and the alliance is responsible to build your capacity. Our staff should be going for training.
Mhm.
But we as I speak to you, and I hope our next budget year we made the argument.
Yeah.
That, we are approximately 4,000 euro. 4,000 euro.
Your budget?
No. What we want to be reinstated.
Okay.
At the international cooperative to give our membership.
But why
if
didn't
you
you
reach out
guys?
to-
Why didn't you guys do a lot to have this thing settled?
So thank God we are there now. We are acting,
Mhm.
and we hope we can push forward to achieve it.
Okay.
She started it, and I don't want to blame her. We are working as a team.
I mean,
4,000 euros should be less than 5,000 euros.
that's not a huge amount
That's
for
not-
an
of course.
agency like yours to actually have.
So working on that, we hope maybe at the end of the year, at the end of the budget year, we can achieve that.
So with all of the different groups you have, I guess you have groups in different counties,
In
right?
all the
All of the
counties.
counties.
All
So
the
that means
counties.
you have different groups in the 15 counties
Sure.
we have. So how effective is the work from your agency? Because you talked about one of the major challenges you're faced with that is logistical support.
Yeah.
And then fortunately for you, you have to receive or pick up a Land Cruiser and two motorbikes. I guess that is like something that it's going to help so far. But how effective is this whole job reaching out to people in the different counties with this challenge you face with as an agency?
We may not be effective as we wish to be.
Okay.
Yeah, we may not be effective, but we are think with the level of resources that we have, we are doing our best. It may not be at the level that we really expected it.
Okay.
So our county staff,
Mhm.
they are always on top of information. They are providing the extension services at the level of CDA in various counties.
Okay.
Well, the challenges will all be there, and we just need to minimize those challenges. And this is why we see us. Sometimes we write out proposal
Mhm.
to invite students to see our best again. Build our capacity, more especially mobility.
Okay. Before we go to the lines, is there any other thing at the end of the day that you want to talk about so that we go to the callers and let them tell us exactly what they will make of what you're doing at the level of the CDA?
So again, the issue of the staff. We have some issue with staff. We have to, if you want to get the best from Oliver,
Mhm.
you have to motivate him.
That one or true.
Yeah, you want to motivate him. So
No, I'm being honest about it. I mean,
so you have to motivate him.
that is a universal law.
We are also working with CSA, the Civil Servant Agency.
Okay.
The CDA payroll, one of those payroll in my mind.
Oh, you want to increase your pay?
No, it's one of those payroll that in my mind are not being harmonized.
Okay.
So if we work on that, definitely the staff can be motivated
Mhm.
and do more. Though they are, with the constraint, we are serving our people, but we don't complain too much. Let work and complain.
Okay.
Yeah. So not much. In terms of at the entity, not much.
Yeah, but you're going there to serve. You don't go there to get rich.
Yeah, of course. And nobody ever tell them, we are here to serve.
Okay.
You want to get rich, go in the private sector.
Sure.
Definitely, you make profit.
Okay. His name is Eugene Jobo. According to him, he is the acting registrar general of the Cooperative Development Agency of Liberia. Their job is to identify cooperative agricultural entities, better still organizations across the country.
Yeah.
Give them their license, recognize them, train them, and make them available for the sponsorship from the government of Liberia and other partners who are interested in improving the lives of people through agricultural activities and small scale loan programs. We call it the Susu Club, the financial club and so forth. If you have a team of agriculturists, better still farmers, and you want support, you want to do the same thing. Today we go brush Alessa sugarcane farm, tomorrow we'll brush baby ball, cassava farm, the next day we'll go to Eugene Grumpy farm, and we do the same thing in terms of harvesting. if you want to have your organization or you get one, you want to contact them, you can call and let's have your input here on the conversation. 87.9 is the frequency. My name is Kai. LSI is here. The numbers are the same: 86 500 104, 776 104 104 to be a part of the conversation. Let's take the first person on the line. I think we missed out on this person. Yeah, but let's go and see if we can start to squeeze in the callers. If you are listening to the radio, let's take this first person. What's your name? Where you join us from?
Yeah, bro, I'm Christian. We are calling from Lockington, Zinkian.
Christian Lockington, Zinkian. Are you a farmer?
Not exactly, but I just want to give a tip on the gentleman.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Eugene Joey is a smart gentleman that I've been doing wrong. He's talking about the call,
The school you graduated from, why you call the school you went to? Why you call some kind of school?
Yeah. But you know, on the road. But anyway, you're a good gentleman. I trust your ability, and I highly appreciate it. I know that you're giving us that actually perform in your own direction.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there. Let's take this other person. Hello, go ahead. 1 minute.
Hello.
What's the name, sir? Where do you join us from?
My name is Sylvester Isaiah. I call from District 120.
Go ahead, Sylvester.
We have a group. So we've been working with this group. I have a group. We have a 101 in number, and we invest. This is our business. And all of vegetable. So we need our help.
Okay. Yeah. So do you know their office?
No.
Okay. So keep listening. He will tell you how people can contact them at the level of the CDA.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you. We'll take the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. What's your name? Where you join us from?
Yeah. Good evening, Kai.
Good evening, Chief.
Good evening. Listen, my name is Jackson Sidale. I do join you from
Deesville. Let's hear you from Deesville.
Yeah, well, I'm interested in that particular conversation or in that net because myself too, I started my little small farm, but now it's residing in Seven, but I'm supposed to transform it in Liberia by September and change that. So what are the card number to call them if you establish for them to see the hero, then you register on them.
Thank you.
So that is not what I'm interested in.
Thank you very much. You'll read out those information at the end of the show. This person, 1 minute, go ahead. Good evening, Chief. Let's hear you quickly. No time.
Yeah, thank you so much. I want to commend you guys on Mojiji Mtobo. This is Joy Aravani. I call from Congo Town. I like to use this occasion to commend him for the splendid deliberation and then on the issue of CDA and then the importance of CDA and what have you. We just pray that it's a far-sighted young man that is coming up. So very, very brilliant. So we just want to commend him so that the government can direct and pay more attention on CDA to see how best they can improve to a larger extent.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you very much. We leave you. We'll take the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hello?
What's your name? Where you join us from, sir?
This is Ed Naman from City, Johnsonville.
Johnsonville, go ahead. You and you.
Yeah. Thanks for the studio guest. You know, I've been with Mesa Agriculture for almost 40 years. Cooperative, to form a cooperative, you got to train those farmers that are supposed to be a cooperative. Because if you are forming a cooperative for Bomi County, Rest Farmer Cooperative, you got to train them. And the 10 persons or the 10 institutions that will be a cooperative is what you will register. It doesn't mean that somebody come from somewhere there, you say, I want to be in a cooperative. Who don't have the idea?
Okay.
So thank you. You know, we try to cooperate ourselves that we want to do the banking system, the ACDB.
Okay.
So we give them thanks.
Okay.
We'll join them.
Okay, thank you. Keep listening. He will tell you how to be a member of whatever they're presiding over.
Thank you. But I don't see you yesterday. You
Here you go. Here the country. We leave you right there. We take the other person. You should be the last caller. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Thank you very much. William David, People Defender.
Go ahead, Williams.
And I join you from Lanka. Well, let me say thanks to your studio guests. You know, with this conversation, we need them all of the time to share back and Bradford to know the reality that is going on in the world. So we say thanks to you so much, and I appreciate you so much. You know, today, Thursday, now become by Friday. So I want to commend you for doing the people where all of the time. Let God bless you richly. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You're the last person. Let's hear you. Okay. We leave you right there, and that will do it for the call-in segment. Mr. Jobo, people will need to know how can they contact you so that we will be out of quickly your parting comments.
Thank you. And, let me say thanks to every one of them who expressed interest. Going forward at the level of CDA, many of times you hear the kind of discussion. We intend to bring the cooperative development agency to you as Liberians, as farmers, know what our responsibilities are, because for so long we have been silent. No farmer don't talk too much. We are not politicians. We are farmers. We believe in the soil. But it's our responsibility as regulatory arm to always inform our people, make ourselves available in any other way that we think we can help. So let me also appreciate some donors who have been working along with us through the Liberian government. USAID have been doing so much well. The international conversation, they're also been doing well. I can speak to you now. There's a group in River Sales who have received 27,000 each United States dollars to build a capacity through NAFA. We also work with NAFA. The fisheries sector, we work along with them. If you can recall, a few months back when the president went to Grand Battle to distribute that motor engine, it was the CDA that trained them through NAFA. So we have a partnership with NAFA. We also have the partnership with Mars and Energy. With Mars and Energy, because the artisanal miners at the end they used to be depleted from the soil. So what do we do after if you find no more, maybe for example gold or diamond? You have to transform yourself. You have to live. So the city also train you into business. So we don't just deal with agriculture sector. Even the radio station, we're becoming the radio station. You have to put yourself in cooperative, and that is why community radio, when they like the strike, and your transformer gave up all your. So if King's Prime Freedom, okay, all the people. Of course, you can come together and organize yourself as cooperative, because the essence of the cooperative is to help one another. So what happens if your microphone got damaged? It will take you, for example, 5 months to buy the microphone. But if you myself in the cooperative, you know why? Let us go in our cover. We'll buy the microphone for Can. We'll get Can 2 months to pay. Okay. And Can start operating. So that's the answer of cooperative. Okay. So even the police, we are reaching out to the police. We also want to reach out to the immigration. For example, you have the Liberian teacher union cooperative. Right now, as I speak to you, teachers that are part of that cooperative don't go to the bank for loan. They go straight to the cooperative and get loan. Sometimes get building materials. If you enter Total, you will see electricity in Total. It's not AEC. No, you have a cooperative that provides electricity in Total, for which even the bottled water is cost $50 because electricity is available. Our people, the members, the citizens in Total can afford. So we are saying to our people, the CDA, we around the 72nd Boulevard. 72nd Boulevard. Yeah, 72nd Boulevard. Where exactly around 72nd Boulevard? Before, it depends where you're coming from. So when you're coming from the Canada Belt, it's before the car wash. Yeah, right after the Road and Duo estate. And if you're coming from the EAW way, so it'll be immediately after the Swan. Yeah, you see all around there. Okay. So we want to say thanks. If I've been doing well, and if I don't appreciate the Minister of Agriculture on the platform, I don't be doing well for. She has been so much
You mean Ginny Meluko?
Yeah, Ginny have been there for the
Wow.
cooperative, not just CDA, but to ensure that our cooperative get benefit from any other loan that come where that can capture cooperative. So we want to say, we want to appreciate her, and we are willing to work along with her to ensure that the life of our people, improve, because the government, the president is interested
From CDA level.
From CDA level.
Yeah.
Everyone have their own level. So when AC comes, AC say from our level.
Yeah.
So when we say thanks, we hope we'll be given much opportunity. Like I said, we are prepared now to take the CDA to the people. Let them know, what is happening in the field. We have to share our platform with you. Know us as your partner, that we can help. And I want to make this clear. We are not there to put money in people's pocket.
Okay.
We are there to train you and make money for yourself.
Okay.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Did you call the number?
Okay. So I will give you this number. It's an alternative number. 0888. 0886 377
377
152.
152. 086
377
152. 086 377 152.
So if you are a farmer, you can send text to that number and they will call you right back.
Okay. Thank you very much. His name is Eugene Jobo. We take the break for the weekend. On tomorrow, God's will be here for on Monday. We'll be here for a brand new presentation for the new week. My name is Klein. Alexa was here. Abraham Kamara, DJ Hero Sala Controls, and he's the producer. Until then, bye-bye and God bless you.
Stop Liberia, from the center to the stop. We are saved, let's stop for all our